So there's a lot of people who are saying this, by the way, right? So a lot of people who are saying, Mirko, the 1v4 steal, can you, are you actually, retarded? Why don't you vote for Kairi? He stole 1v4. My guy, here, I'll let you know why he wasn't MVP. This game was the game. The game where Kairi stole the Lord 1v4 was not Grand Finals. You fucking Dumbo. You fucking bozo. If it was in the Grand Finals, I'll fucking vote for him in the Grand Finals. You fucking Dumbo. Get your facts straight before you start hating and commenting, you fucking dumbass. Oh, Bobo, there you go. Bobo, there you go. If you guys don't know, we have a voting system for Finals MVP as well. And here, let's see. Okay. Let's go. It's Keyboy who won the Finals MVP. Here it is. The official 6 casters on desk. This is counting me, Eterna, Arashi, Ranger, Mas, Momo-chan, and KB. These are votes for all 6 casters. And then we also have media votes. And then we have, the total of everything, right? So let's go for 6. The first official 6 casters. I don't care what you say, chat. I look at it in the objective way, all right? When I vote for MVP, I don't look at the team. I don't look at the player. I look at their performance on stage. My vote was CW. I think CW was the standout. I think it was either CW or Keyboy. Those were the 2 standouts in the Grand Finals. Now, if you want to talk about regular season, if you want to talk about first team jungler, if you want to talk about the first time they met Geek in the upper bracket, if you want to talk about the first match they had, I voted Kairi in all 4. All 4. So it's not a problem of I don't want Kairi to be MVP. Because here, fun fact, last season, season 11, when Sans won the Finals MVP, my vote was Kairi. Because I thought he had the biggest impact. And I even spoke about this in my Starcast. So it wasn't me. It's not me saying I don't want a Filipino. I think whoever is the best will be voted. There you go. For me, I always vote on the objective best. I don't care who you are, right? If it's a boy, I will vote for a boy. If it's Beloy, I'll vote for Beloy. Then here we have the media votes. And honestly, guys, right? I will Kairi 1v4 stealing Lord, killing 1 player isn't MVP material. So there's a lot of people who are saying this, by the way, right? So a lot of people who are saying, Mirko, the 1v4 steal, can you, are you actually, retarded? Why don't you vote for Kairi? He stole 1v4. My guy, here, I'll let you know why he wasn't MVP. This game was the game. The game where Kairi stole the Lord 1v4 was not Grand Finals. You fucking Dumbo. You fucking bozo. If it was in the Grand Finals, I'll fucking vote for him in the Grand Finals. You fucking Dumbo. Get your facts straight before you start hating and commenting, you fucking dumbass. I swear to God, bro, you're so delusional. It's Grand Finals MVP. You think we're gonna vote based on upper bracket finals? Because if it was playoff MVP, I'll give it to Kairi, bro, for sure. But if you're talking about Finals MVP, it's either CW or Keyboy. My vote was CW. This was upper bracket finals, sir. Coloxo 17. People will always root for their own house. They're not going to be talking by being objective. I agree, but sometimes you just gotta look at the facts, and then before you spout shit, it's just funny. Learn Tagalog word for stupid. Oh, Bobo. There you go. Bobo. There you go. This was in the upper bracket finals. Believe it or not, guys. Right? It may be this might crack your delusional, your delusional brain, but yes, it did not happen in the Grand Finals, chat. Then we have media voting, and then we have the total voting. So it's Kairi number 2, which I think here it was either CW or Keyboy. By the way, the game here, the Geek Fam versus Onyx game where Kairi did this, yeah, I actually voted Kairi as well, and Kairi was the player of the match for the match against Geek Fam. I think you can find it here as well. Here, player of the match versus. Look, it's objective. When they do well, when he is actually the one carrying the team, when he's the one making those crazy plays, he is the MVP. Because the casters vote based on objectivity, and this is proof, right? When he did that play against Geek Fam in the upper bracket finals, who won it? It's Kairi. My vote, Kairi. And yeah, I think all throughout. Here, look, Bigatron versus Onyx. Who's the MVP? Who's the player of the match? It's Kairi, because he deserved it. Because he was the guy who was shining the most. Yeah, and that's it. Those are all the Onyx matches. So again, Onyx played 3 matches. 1, 2, and 3. He was not MVP in the finals. That's it. Thought that was grand finals. Exactly. A lot of people think that was the grand finals because it was such a grand moment, which is cool, right? But then if you start hating and saying like, dude, I can't believe it. He did that play and he didn't, like, how did he not get finals MVP? Well, because it wasn't in the finals. Mirko, but Kairi is hot, so your opinion doesn't matter. Opinion about Kairi wanting money. I think, what did I miss? There's quite a bit of Kairi banter, it seems. Nah. So the whole like discussion abstract is the fact that a lot of people are like, why is Kairi not finals MVP? And if you watch the game, if you watch the match, I personally thought it was CW, but I think second to CW would be Keyboy for grand finals MVP. A lot of people are asking me like, why isn't Kairi number one, etc. Mirko, if someone from ID plays for a PH team, Indos would say the same thing for sure. It's not Kairi Esports anymore, but it still is for us. Yeah, I'm not saying that you guys cannot use Kairi Esports as like a thing. I'm talking about the finals MVP here, and I'm talking about my opinion. Again, I'm not trying to tell you guys that you have to think this way. It's my opinion. I guys, remember, all right? I'm not a dictator. I won't fucking shoot you in the streets for having a different opinion. Everybody has a different opinion, man. It's just finals MVP. A lot of people are asking me, right? Like, why? Why is Keyboy? Why is CW? Why did no caster vote for Kairi? It's because of that. Because in the grand finals, it was actually CW and Keyboy who were playing really well. Those were the two standouts in my opinion. Kairi did not come across my mind for the finals MVP vote, but for all the other matches, especially the matches like against Geek, against Onic, we all voted for Kairi. Again, I'll show you the picks. See, so this voting and stuff, I would say, is very, very objective, and we get it right 90% of the time. Like for the player of the match and stuff. For esports, it's because CW, Sans, everyone plays really well. Yeah. That's my opinion. You guys can you're free to have your own opinions. Like Sheffin mentioned here, no way I can think differently. No way, no way. We can all have different opinions. No way. Seriously, voting for MVP? Yes, my guy. If it was guy here, all right. If it was based on KDA, the marksman, the gold lane, or the mid lane will always win, sir. That's why finals MVP has always been wrong for the most part in MPL ID, in my opinion. Because even in season 9, I remember season 9, they were basing finals MVP based on just pure KDA, and so roamers had no chance to win, right? So who won regular season, or not regular season, finals MVP season 9 MPL ID RRQ, when Vin was literally hooking everyone and winning them the games? It's Clay who won. Not to say that Clay doesn't deserve it. Clay deserves it, but I think Vin deserves it more. Vin was supposed to be the finals MVP for season 9 in my opinion. And Brands was supposed to be regular season MVP for season 11. And Kairi was supposed to be finals MVP for season 11 too. MVP most voted player in Indo. I think if it's like guys, you have to understand that even for like the other stuff, like let's say Oscars and stuff, it's also like a voting thing, by the way, guys. It's voted by the guys who are actually watching and paying attention. So yeah, but the regular season MVP with the voting and stuff, that one's weird. Ken too, let's be real, Mirko. Out of the 5 Onic, Kairi has the highest expectation to play in a certain way because we are used to it. The other 4 have lower expectations. Completely agree. I think Kairi stands out the most in the team for sure. He's the flashiest player. He's the player with the best mechanics. I think that's kind of a fact. I don't think anybody is really doubting that. I call him the god of the jungle. I call him the greatest player that we have right now. Not of all time, but right now, he's definitely the best player in the world. So yeah, it's not a debate for that. Like I think number 1 for sure. In your opinion, how do you define carry in MLBB terms? I think it's kind of the same for everything. Like the carry is the guy who has the most impact on the team in different games. For the most part, it'll be Kairi or Sans, right? But in a lot of different situations, like MSC Grand Finals, it was Keyboy. I think you're Mirkursing Kairi. Guys, Kairi doesn't get Mirkursed. He's different. It's like what VY said, there's no such thing as Kairi Esports. Unfortunately, Kairi Esports are already embedded in people's minds. So the only thing to remove that is to win without Kairi. True. Yeah, I get a lot of people are like, by the way, I think a lot of people are like connecting my stream to what VY said, and everybody's like, dude, you have to watch the entire the context of that before you talk. No, I wasn't trying to like reboot. I wasn't trying to like debate against what like Venus's statement about like the whole thing. I was just giving my opinion, and yeah, he did say that He did. She did. Yeah. I will give you an example of an actual carried by Filipino, like real carried by Filipino. It's me, because my channel mostly, especially the English viewership, has always been carried by Filipinos. So yeah, I know how it is to be carried by Filipinos. I am him. And that's why I really appreciate you guys. But it doesn't, like, see, most of my viewers are Filipinos. You guys are amazing, by the way. So shout out to all the Filipinos who are watching me. Shout out to technically everyone, like Malaysians, everyone. But most of my viewers are Filipinos. So shout out to you guys. But just because I have, like, most of my fans are Filipinos, I'm not going to be biased to Filipinos, right? I will still state my opinions because I think for the most part, you guys watch me for my non-biased and blunt opinions. Disagree with the Kairi Esports because Onyx ID beat Onyx for MSC. That was 5 Filipinos. Exactly, right? Like, so again, different opinions. Some people will still think it's Kairi Esports. Some people will not. But I think, again, what V said was true if you actually, like, watch the entirety of it. Because it's like everybody thinks about it as Kairi Esports. And so the only way to prove that it is not, the only way to prove that we're not carried by Filipinos is to win, like, SEA Games and stuff. But yeah, I don't think the organizations care, like, for, like, the Indo orgs. Obviously they'll have, like, some Indo pride in them, but for the most part it's team versus team, like Yeb said, for players, for teams, guys. They're not gonna care. Like, if they have Kairi, they keep winning like this, people will call them Kairi Esports, whatever. They're gonna be happy. They'll keep on making achievements, and Kairi will be happy in the Indonesian team because he's making racks. Yeah, I like the fact that, like, a lot of people, like, try to discredit what I say by saying, like, oh, Mirko, he's Indonesian, he's probably gonna be biased to Indonesians. See, guys, most of my viewers are Filipino, so actually I think logically, money-wise, it will be much more profitable for me to be biased towards you guys. But I'm not gonna be biased towards anyone except Bigatron Alpha, baby. Let's go, BTR, best esports team in the world. But that's okay. You know what? I'm gonna stop supporting Bigatron because I fucking curse them all the time, bro. Oh no, my support has turned out to be a fucking curse, bro. Once you say something that's not about PH players, you're instantly biased. Yeah, I mean, but that's the same thing, right? If guys, that's why, actually, I'll tell you guys a fun story. I was actually hated by a lot of Indonesian supporters for a while because I was, like, predicting PH to win IESF, etc., right? Because I based my opinions, again, based on, like, stats and actually, like, actual facts. And yeah, I was actually hated quite a bit by Indonesians for a while. They were like, dude, go back to Philippines, my guy, and stuff. That's the problem with being objective, I guess. You're never on one side always, so you don't have, like, so people will always be bashing you, but I don't care. You guys are the real G's. How about Yeba Esports? I think draft wise, Yeb is fucking disgusting. It's Yeb Esports. No, because, like, I would agree in Kairi Esports if he win 1v5 and M5. No, the thing is, we've actually already seen Kairi Esports. M4 was Kairi Esports, guys. Do you agree Indo needs PH imports to win in international tournaments? At the moment, any Indo teams that don't have PH imports can't win internationally. Yeah. I think if it wasn't for Onyx, Bigatron maybe would have won Snapdragon. They were in the grand finals, right? But unfortunately, yeah, no, they didn't win because Onyx are too good. Kinda, like, that statement is kind of true because, again, based on facts, technically, aside from M1, but you have to remember that we also have won tournaments before without imports, guys. Like ISF, M1 without PH imports, you know. ISF, M1, WCG just very recently as well. I don't know if you guys want to count that, but those are international events, whether you like it or not. And yeah, full Indo rosters. Hashtag Chuman Evos, because technically, yeah, only Evos don't utilize imports like that. Fans also hated me because of meme I posted. Guys, Indo and PH fans will always be clashing, right? That's the rivalry. I think at that point, it doesn't, like, whatever. Mechanics are God-gifted talents, though. Like, we don't see Kairi every day. We don't see the level of Kairi every day. That's like a once in a lifetime thing. It's kind of like in football, right? It feels like, oh yeah, the biggest lie that everybody has been telling you guys in the world, as long as you live in this world, the biggest lie is everybody's equal. No, that's bullshit. That's horseshit. Nobody is equal. Everybody has their own privilege. Everybody has their own talents. Nobody is as good as Kairi and MLBB mechanically, individually, and that's gonna stay like that for a while, right? like he's very talented and he works hard. And people who are not talented, who work twice as hard, will not get to that point. It doesn't matter how good you are, you know? Like, it doesn't matter how much you work. You're not going to get to that point. It's about understanding your talent and then using your talent.